It's Wednesday, February 8th. Welcome to the News Diet. Today, I'm going to talk about the chatbot wars, why Google is now scrambling to compete with Microsoft and OpenAI's ChatGPT artificial intelligence technology. I'm going to go over this cutting-edge tool that's revolutionizing the way we get our information, why this is a serious threat to Google's business, and what they're going to do about it. Let's be informed so we can get on with our day. But before we do, please don't forget to hit subscribe. I want to make sure you're getting notified on all the new episodes coming out, so be sure to hit that button and continue following along as the News Diet grows. Just last week, I made a video about the AI chatbot sweeping the world, ChatGPT. I highly suggest checking it out because what that video demonstrates is how game-changing this technology can be. How did I show that? Well, I had the bot write the episode for me. If you're not aware, ChatGPT is a new chatbot that's powered by OpenAI, an American artificial intelligence research lab. According to their website, they conduct AI research to promote and develop friendly AI in a way that benefits all humanity. I'll go over OpenAI more in a sec, but why I'm talking about it again is because Google came out on Monday and unveiled their own version of this technology called Bard. So now, the chatbot wars have officially begun. So ChatGPT launched in November. It's a natural language processing model, which essentially means its job is to respond to user queries in a way that seems like another human wrote it. Here's just a sample of what it generated for me when I asked ChatGPT to write me a YouTube script explaining its technology. Hi everyone, and welcome to today's episode where we will be discussing the latest advancements in artificial intelligence technology and the concept of ChatGPT. Artificial intelligence has been around for a long time now and has been constantly evolving, revolutionizing the way we work, live, and interact with the world around us. From Siri, Alexa, to Google Assistant, AI-powered virtual assistants have become an integral part of our lives. But have you ever heard of ChatGPT? If not, then don't worry. In this video, we'll be explaining what ChatGPT is, how it works, and what this means for the future of AI technology. So you can see that this technology is already at a game-changing level. In that episode, I also talk about the implications of this tool, how it can be used by and maybe even replace writers, assistants, and maybe even developers and artists, as yes, it can generate code and even art as well. This technology's passed the US medical licensing exam, a Wharton Business MBA exam, and 4 University of Minnesota law school exams in constitutional law. And here I am just trying to write a script good enough for YouTube. ChatGPT is reportedly the fastest-growing app in the world, reaching 100 million users in its 2 months after launch. As a comparison, it took Instagram 2.5 years to get this many users, and TikTok 9 months. According to SimilarWeb, the chatbot gained 13 million users per day in January. So one of the reasons it's been able to scale to this point is thanks to a $1 billion investment by Microsoft back in 2019. This deal also allowed OpenAI to leverage Microsoft's cloud service Azure, of which they're now also the exclusive provider of. Well, just a couple weeks ago, Microsoft announced a new investment of what's speculated to be around $10 billion for a multi-year deal. I don't believe it's entirely confirmed yet, but reportedly Microsoft will get a 75% share of the company's profits until it makes back its investment, and then it'll take a 49% stake. And it looks like they've already got big plans for their partnership. Yesterday, Microsoft announced that they're incorporating the technology into their search engine Bing. It's actually available now, but in a limited capacity and only on their Edge browser. CEO Satya Nadella said the plan is to expand to all others, though. Up to now, Bing has held a pretty small market share of search engines. I mean, Google holds like 90% of the market, so it's never really even been close. But now, for the first time, there's a serious threat to Google's stronghold. ChatGPT could actually make Bing the more efficient, useful tool. So this brings me to the chatbot wars. As you can imagine, with search making up about 60% of Google's revenue, the company isn't going to handle a threat to its business by laying down. And And reportedly, the company has declared a code red within its walls to address the issue. Google CEO Sundar Pichai even called meetings with original Google co-founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin over the crisis. The two had left the company in 2019, so their invitation to re-engage is being interpreted as the need for an all-hands-on-deck situation. Google also just recently laid off about 12,000 employees, and one of the reasons listed was to be able to focus funds and resources elsewhere, like AI. So the question is, how did Google, one of the biggest technology companies in the world, allow a startup to develop such a disruptive technology from right underneath them? I mean, surely Google has invested a ton of resources into its own AI solutions, right? Right. In a twist, Google actually laid the groundwork for the technology now powering ChatGPT. In 2017, Google researchers released a paper about what's called a transformer processor, or as you might know it now as the T in ChatGPT. This transformer essentially allows for a more effective way of processing human language queries. So in a way, Google kind of contributed to the success of now one of its biggest competitors. Whoops. But you might be asking, if Google developed this research back in 2017, why haven't they done much with it yet? Well, the company has purposely moved slow in this space, adding that a company as large as them has to navigate the reputational risk very carefully. And what they're alluding to here is the very serious and ethical implications of unleashing the true powers of artificial intelligence. In my previous episode, I went over the possible drawbacks of such a powerful tool. Disruptions like job loss and also maybe even misinformation masked as a legitimate fact. Also, biases. Already there's cases of ChatGPT turning out very different answers to the same question, depending on which political angle you ask it. So considerations like this have kept Google from taking anything public yet. But that's all changed. It doesn't look like Google has a choice but to compete in the public eye now. ChatGPT's taking the world by storm. And if Google wants to at least try to nip this threat in the bud, they gotta enter the arena now, and they know that. So on Monday, Google announced its rival to ChatGPT, Bard. Personally, I think both companies could have done better with the names, but okay. So Bard is currently being tested by only a limited number of users, but CEO Pichai says the plan is to become more widely available to the public in coming weeks. According to CNBC, Pichai told employees to test out the chatbot before they launch it in the spirit of an internal hackathon. A hackathon is a friendly yet competitive activity that some tech companies will hold, which assigns developers, designers, and other product roles to rapidly create, or in this case, test new ideas. We won't know more details for a few weeks, but there are some reports coming out of what we can expect. One is the possibility of Google allowing for open access to its underlying technology. This tech is called Lambda, or Language Model for Dialogue Applications. What this does is allow for outside developers to build their applications utilizing the technology. Another report is that Google's AI might be pulling from present-day data. You see, as of right now, ChatGPT can only pull from data from before 2021. So you can't really ask it too many questions about, say, today's news, or anything else reliant on the most up-to-date information. Another speculation is that Google might be citing the sources that the AI is pulling its results from. This could actually be a pretty big feature if it's true. ChatGPT doesn't currently show where it's getting its information from, so its results do come with a level of uncertainty. But if it cites its sources, then that's a big problem solved right there. And then one more report is about Music LM, which is a text-to-music tool. Yes, this means just inputting some text for the program to output some music. Even though Google is playing catch-up right now, it does inherently have an upper hand in many ways. One of these is its existing infrastructure. I mean, they already have the search engine tech down, so now it would just be a matter of integrating the AI into that. They also have an insane amount of market share to lean on. If they're able to roll out something comparable or even better than ChatGPT, then it's that much less likely that people will jump ship, because 90% of us are already using Google every day. Google Chrome's already the default browser for Androids, so it would just be that much easier to not switch to another app. So regardless of the chatbot wars, what's super interesting about this whole conversation is this the end of search engines as we know them? Meaning, regardless of who comes out on top, the days of scouring through lists of websites for answers to our questions could be over. We're now looking at new experiences that could bring the answers to our queries directly to us. I have absolutely no clue what this means for businesses that rely on SEO rankings or for advertising on Google Pages, but one thing is for sure, that we're about to experience a whole new phase of the digital revolution. You've just been informed, so now it's time to get on with your day. I'm Michele Carroll. Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed the episode and want to continue following a healthier alternative for staying informed, where I forgo partisan fighting and fear-driven narratives and just get to the point, then please be sure to hit that subscribe button, as of course you'll get more of this show in your feed, and also you'll be helping this new channel grow and reject sensational media. Thank you so much for your support, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode.